I'm going to talk about two things today. One is an update on the Israel-Hamas conflict, and the second is the Canadian diplomats who are supposed to have left India to restore parity. The deadline has come and gone, and not enough diplomats have left the country. So there are going to be some reprisals. We'll have to wait and see what the Indian government is going to do. First, let us take a look at what is happening in the Israel-Hamas conflict. The Israeli defense minister has said that Israel has cut off water, electricity, and even food to the Gaza area, and combing operations are on. Some sites are claiming that the Israelis have recaptured all the land that was within Israel that was occupied by the Hamas. So that part looks like they have secured everything. Now what remains to be seen is what else is going to happen. Now the third thing is that Hamas claims Iran has helped them, but Iran initially having supported it, in fact they had even had a resolution in their parliament. Today they are walking back that and they are trying to distance themselves. Is there a shifting in stance? For example, United Arab Emirates was very unequivocal in condemning it. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, a little bit more nuanced, but they didn't really say one way or the other. And same thing for President Barack Obama, who feels that it is important for him to weigh in on every little matter these days. So I don't know why he had to put his nose in. Now, the other interesting thing was Indian National Congress. First, they condemned the incident of the horrific incident we're talking about. And then today, they say that they stand by the Palestinians. They're trying to nuance this thing, saying that Hamas does not mean Palestinians. They'll come out with some explanation tomorrow to say why they've said what they said, that the two things are separate. So these are all things, verbal gymnastics, if you will. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But unfortunately, in Israel, terrible news for fellow Hindus. 10 Nepali students who were there, they have not even been there for a month. And they all got gunned down. I'm not even going to try and show you the video. Very, very sad. I'm just going to read out the names, and our hearts go out to their parents and their families. Manish Kumar Nepali, Lokendra Singh, 𝗼𝗚𝗪𝗏 𝗍𝗑, Narayan Prasad, Neopanai, Pravesh Bhandari, Ashish Chaudhary, Rajesh Kumar Swarnkar, Deepesh Raj Bisht, Rajan Fulara, and Anand Saha. And look at these pictures, hardly 17, 18 years old, and they've all been, consumed in this mindless violence that the Hamas inflicted upon people who are staying in Israel. Many other countries have lost their citizens, and this is getting to be very serious. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next. So this is as far as the update on the Israel conflict with Hamas is concerned. Hezbollah initially did fire a few rockets, but now looks like they are also toning it down. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that initially a lot of Islamic countries jumped in with the Hamas, but now as reality is coming and people are telling them, look, what are you doing? And there are some, walking back their statements and so on and so forth. Some countries haven't said much, and Qatar is, again, I don't know when they will start calibrating their statements too. The most important thing here is the worst is behind us. One expected a bloodbath in the stock exchange in the United States, but that did not happen. A small nominal loss, and that's about it. So clearly, the United States has sent out a very strong message to all the countries, and in fact, it has put a carrier fleet, and they are making sure no one leaves Gaza by sea. And also Egypt has sealed its own border. So this is basically the Gaza, the Hamas are stuck inside, and we'll have to wait and see what sort of, if any, compromise that will be struck. They are hoping that they have some hostages and that they can get back the 7,000 Palestinians. In fact, the first round of talks that have been happening, the first round has been to say that, okay, we will release all our women and children hostages, and you should release the same from your side, Israel. That's what Hamas has said. I don't know what Israel is thinking. At this time, I think the friends of mine from Israel that I have talked to, they are extremely angry, and they want this thing settled once and for all. We'll have to wait and see what happens. If there is no power, there's no water, clearly that is going to make things very, very difficult tomorrow. So I don't know whether the Israeli defense forces are going to start combing operations inside Gaza. That's where they'll encounter resistance. But if any of that kind of stuff is happening, it is probably happening even as I record this session, because it's nighttime, there is no power there. That makes it harder for people to move about. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. So that is the first topic. The second one is Justin Trudeau and the Canadian diplomats. Looks like not enough Canadian diplomats have left India. So clearly there is going to be some sort of an action from the Indian side tomorrow. I'm also hearing that the Canadian ambassador to India is going back. And this is again something that I just saw on social media that needs to be verified. So just take it for that. 41 diplomats were supposed to have left India to bring parity. That has not happened. People are saying fewer than that left for Singapore and Malaysia. So we have to wait and see what happens there. Now, the other thing that's happening is Justin Trudeau has been busy sending out messages. In this message to King Hussein of Jordan, he is whining about India. And but luckily, or whatever way you want to think about it, he also messaged Netanyahu, and in that he's not talking about India. You want to talk about something to Jordan, why are you behaving so childishly? I don't know why Justin Trudeau has to do this thing. Clearly he's seriously compromised. I don't know where this is going to end, but I don't think things are going well for my fellow Canadian brothers and sisters. This is not the way you want to be leading your country, Justin Trudeau. I don't know what exactly is going on, under what kind of pressure he is, that he's making all these statements. It's really pathetic. That's all I can say. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.